Good morning, children. Now we are going to begin with the chemistry subject again. Already in session 1, we have been completed with the certain topics of the chapter called as what the chemistry is all about. So in session 1, we have been studied about what is chemistry. Secondly, what does it consist of? We have been cleared about it. Now in second session, we are going to deal with the new topics, right? The topics are how chemistry evolved, how this particular subject called as chemistry has been evolved from many years ago, right? So there should be certain modulation or there should be certain beginner from where it has been evolved. Now instantaneously, if I think about chemistry subject, it has to be have a correlation with the physics, right? When the universe has been existed, right? When all the 9 planets along with the different gases or the life forms which has been begin into this universe, right? So from that era itself it has been evolved, but basically at the lower basic level, the fundamental level will keep on understanding at that point, right? Human beings have continuously made efforts to live a better life, right? So from many civilization, maybe Egyptian civilization, Indian civilization, all country has its own civilization. So when they are just evolving out of their civilization, the chemistry is also going to get civilized or evolved around from there, right? How they will be going to get evolved? Because the main cause of evolution of chemistry is the comfortability of life, right? If human being want to gain comfortable, first thing is their basic needs should be there, like food, clothing and shelter. Along with that, the main necessary things like metals, right? Their earnings, right? Whatever the accessory things are there along with this 3 fundamental requirement, that should be also there for their living purpose, right? So human beings have continuously made efforts. Why they made efforts? To lead better life, to lead their comfortable life, right? Then second one, they have looked for ways to improve the quality and yield of agriculture and products. Along with the accessory things called as metals, wherein they have to recover from the ores, they are going to emphasize upon the agricultural yield, right? Agricultural yield means whatever products, whatever the grains which we are going to recover from the agricultural land, that yield, the amount should be in a proper quantity, because when the evolution process is going on, the number of population is increasing because of the reproduction process, right? So if the number of population is increasing, the requirement will also increase, the food, clothing and shelter. Now the food is a basic necessity, and if the food has to be satisfied to each and every living population in this earth, then the yield of the agriculture should be also shoot up. There should be also increase in the agricultural land farms along with the yield, the amount of a growth of grain into that land, right? So this has to be improvised. Why they need to improvise? Because the population is increasing from evolution process, and to increase this yield into that agricultural farmland, what is a basic need or necessary is the fertilizers, right? Maybe that organic fertilizer or chemical fertilizer. So this organic fertilizer and the chemical fertilizer, the main basic component into that is the nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. So what is this nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium? These are the elements of chemistry, right? So these 3 important metals or the element in turn needed to be imparted into the land farm in order to increase the yield of the agricultural farmland. So this is a basic need how the chemistry has been evolved. The first thing is that in order to have the better life, right? In order to lead the better life, the chemistry need to be evolved. The second reason is that as the evolution processes keep on going, the agricultural farmland increment into that is needed because the number of population is increasing. Therefore, their basic need is also increasing. Thereby, the need of chemical ingredient into that in the form of organic or inorganic or chemical fertilizer, that is also needed to be increased at that time, right? So that is the second point. Now the third point is, in addition, they have for ways to improve clothing, building materials as well as medicine. Now these are the basic requirements which I said you about the agricultural land. Building materials, right, the shelters. Food has to be increased as the evolution process is going on. Agriculture farmlands, thereby that has to increase. Along with that, the building materials need to be increased at that time. Building materials means what? The building ingredient like iron, metals, aluminium metals, the concrete, the cement. So all these materials needed to be increased at that time. If the evolution process is taking place, the chemistry also has to be increased at that point, right? So the building material, clothing, yes, clothing is also basic. The fibers which is needed, and these fibers from where we are getting, that may be the natural fiber or an artificial fiber. Natural fiber from the cotton, jute, all these are the natural fiber. Artificial one is nothing but which is a man-made, right? Simultaneously both has to be increased because the number of population is increasing. The clothing, material, building materials, agricultural yield should be there, and as well as the medicine. Medicine in terms of whatever the medicines which we are taking in, so-called drugs, that is nothing but they are the chemical oriented. Why we are intaking that medicine in the form of a drug is in order to cure the disease, right? In order to kill the pathogen which has gained into the human body, that pathogen has to be killed out in order to have the person free from disease, right? So thereby there should be increase in agricultural land farm in the form of a yield. Secondly, there should be increase in the clothing rate. Third one, building material. Fourth one, obviously medicine to cure the disease. Thereby the death rate is decreasing. Why the death rate is decreasing? Because the research based upon the chemical oriented drug is keep on going on because of the evolution of chemistry, right? So death rate is decreasing and the number of population is increasing because of that evolution process. Then therefore the chemistry has evolved in course of all this quest. In course of all these needs, the chemistry is also increasing side by side as life processes evolution is happening. Like in biology we have been already studied, the life form has been evolved from monkey. We are monkeys are the ancestors of us, right, because of the evolution process. So life form is increasing or the improvement is happening in the life form because of the evolution process. This subject called as chemistry is also evolved because of this all needs in order to have the comfortable life form for their survival, right? So these are the 3 points why it is needed for the chemistry to be evolved. First foremost reason, recap, right? First foremost reason is that if the number of population is increasing, the agricultural land has to be increased in order to increase their yield, so that number of population should be satisfied with the grains or the yield which is coming from the agricultural land. Second is that clothing system should be also increased. Apart from that, the shelter, the building materials are needed in order to satisfy the increasing population. And if the population is increasing, do you think that there will be no disease? No, wherever the life form will be there, the person or that life form will be going to have that harmful effect of disease because of the harmful environment or any other reason, right? In order to kill the pathogen, medicines are needed, and that medicines are nothing but those are chemical oriented drugs. Right, so these are the points for the evolution of chemistry. Now we'll begin with a new topic, that is alchemy. Right, now what is alchemy is all about? Now alchemy, this word was given before the modern chemistry. Now modern chemistry is something nothing but they are called as modern researchers. But this word alchemy was derived so earlier. It was derived from the 2 countries called as Greek and Egypt. It was derived from Greek and Egypt. These are the 2 countries. They were merged with each other to form this alchemy word, because from that country only, the Egypt country is there, no? That is the most foremost country to form that, evolution of chemistry from there itself, right? So chemia is that word which means a black, right? So alchemies are those people, is nothing but they are not like a black, it's something called as, the chemistry has been evolved from the black color called as carbon. Now carbon means what? Carbon is an element. Now suppose if you just light up the camphor in front of the god, you people are just lighting up the camphor is burning and the black color ashes is coming out, or the smoke is coming out of it, that's nothing but the black color carbon, right? So it is derived from the word, alchemy is derived from the two countries, Greek and Egypt, which is basically called as chemia, the word black. Okay, now this alchemists are nothing but those are the chemistry people, chemistry oriented people, the researchers, which was originally they were called in that manner. These people started discovering certain things, right? The first thing they started discovering is that converting cheaper metal into gold. Whatever the cheaper metals are there, they started converting into gold. Cheaper metal means what? Iron, aluminium, copper. They want to convert these cheaper metals into gold. Now why they wanted to convert this cheaper metal into gold? Because gold is something very precious metal, right? If anybody see any gold metal or aluminium metal, which will shine much? The aluminium or gold? Obviously not. The aluminium will not going to get shine with a brighter color, but the gold has that property to shine, to have that attractive yellowish color property, whereas the aluminium does not impart that coloration, right? So they wanted to have gold. Now gold they wanted to have, but naturally it is very impossible to get recover from the earth, right? So this gold are very rare, therefore they are very expensive because of their property they possess. And this alchemist want to convert such kind of a cheaper metal into the gold only for one reason, that they want abundant of gold, right? So that is there. Then second one is they started searching for elixirs of life. They started searching for elixirs of life. Now what is elixir of life? Elixir means what? See, earlier human being or the people who are surviving, what is their need? They want to live long life. They wanted to live long life. If I want to have one wish, my wish is that I want to live my life very long, like maybe 80 years, 90 years, like that. So these people, alchemists, they wanted them to live a longer life. Now how they will want their wanting, or how their wish will be going to get satisfied? They started searching certain solution, certain liquid. If I drink that liquid, my life, they have that thinking or superstitious in their mind. If I drink that liquid or solution, elixir solution, I will be going to live for a longer duration of time. But actually that's not there, but they have that assumption in their mind, right? So first thing is that this alchemy people, they started founding certain or discovering certain things which is very superstitious, not possibly required, right? First thing is that they wanted to convert the cheaper metal into gold, which is very highly impossible. Cheaper metal, if you want to convert into gold, it is really very researching stages are needed for it, right? And if they want to live for a longer duration of life, that is a destined or the health of the person which decided. But these people wanted to discover certain liquid or solution which is called as elixir. If they drink this elixir liquid, they have that belief system in their mind that I am going to live for a longer duration of time, which is very impossible and not going to get fulfilled at that time, right? So this was all about the today's topic, which is first is how chemistry has been evolved. If the evolution process is one thing you people have to remind yourself is that evolution is nothing but improvement or the growth of the population along with the other accessory things, right? So if the evolution process is taking place, the chemistry also has to evolve along with it, right? Then there is a certain topic called as alchemy. And what was alchemy? Which it has been derived from the two countries, which is Greek and Egypt. And initially those people called that alchemy, chemia, as a black, which has been discovered from the black color carbon. And what is their main aim? These two are the main aim which we will study in more detail right now. The next topic we are going to study is the same thing. The alchemists, they started discovering certain things, right? They started following certain norms, right? So first thing which they followed is conversion or converting cheaper metal into the gold. As I said already, the cheapest metal like iron, copper, they wanted to convert into gold, which is very impossible. Why it is very impossible? Let's understand this. Now gold is very precious element. Gold is very precious, very expensive. Why it is very expensive? Because of the color, because of the shiny property, right, which make attractive for all other living beings, right? So it was how the gold is formed or found into the earth. Actually gold is found in a very crude form. Crude means very impure form into the rocks or into the earth. And this lump small, and they are found in a very small minute amount, or in the form of a lump they are formed into the rock. Now it was first found as a nuggets. Now what is nuggets? Nuggets is a small lump of gold element into the rock, right? Nugget is a small lump of or small chunk of gold into the rock, right? So it was first found as a nuggets in some rock, but very rarely, right? It's not necessary that wherever you will find the rock, that means in that rock the gold will be like there. It's not like that. Wherever you will find the rock, it is not necessary there the gold chunk will be there. It's not that. The gold, wherever the gold will be present into the rock will possess that kind of a property of ore, crude oriented metal will be there, right? So it was first found as a nugget into the rock, and that formation of nugget into the rock is very rarely, right? Very rarely it will found into the earth. So alchemists made an attempt. They started making an attempt. Why they started making an attempt? Because their main goal, what is their main goal? They have to convert the cheaper metal into the gold. Whichever the cheap metal is that they needed to convert it into expensive or very precious metal, right? So they started making an attempt to convert the cheaper metal like iron and copper. Which are those two elements? Iron and copper. This metal they choose to convert themselves into the gold, right? They needed to convert into the gold because human being is very attractive towards this precious element. Then they tried for centuries, for hundreds and hundreds years ago. They keep on trying that they want to convert this iron and copper into the gold, right? And some claimed, some people among their society, they said or they claimed they have succeeded in their research. Some of the people among that society, they claimed, they said that those alchemist people, they had successfully done the work of converting the cheapest element into the expensive element, right? They started saying that the iron and copper they started converting into the gold, and they successfully done it. But actually it is not so possible, right? Therefore they call themselves, and they started calling themselves as a scholars, and those scholars are nothing but those are philosophers. They started saying themselves those are the philosopher's stone. Why they started saying themselves as a philosopher's stone is that the people among their society, they claimed that these people have, the alchemists have successfully done the work of converting the poor element, the cheaper element into the expensive element, right? So later all this claimed to be false. Later as a centuries ago the researchers started, their claiming statement is considered to be false, right? So whatever they are saying, it is totally wrong, it's totally false, because it is very much impossible. See, from one small chunk of a gold, right, very rarely you are getting from one rock, and it's very expensive, very brightful. Can you convert the cheaper metal, so called iron and copper, into the gold? That's not possible, right? Because gold is gold, it is having its own property. Iron and copper, they cannot match the property of gold, right? So whatever the claiming is there from the people, right, whatever some people who they are claimed that the alchemist has been succeeded into their work, that is totally wrong. And they started making themselves by their scholars upward, and they started saying themselves as a philosophers. Actually, they were no one considered to be a philosophers later, when it is scientifically proven to be a false statement or wrong research, right? So that is the wrong research which was done by alchemists from Greek and Egyptian people, right? Now the second discovery which was followed was searching for the elixirs of life. Searching for the elixirs of life. Now what is this meant by elixirs of life? Now whoever is surviving in this universe, they have one willingness in their mind that they want to survive for longer duration of time, no matter which living being it is, either the human being, either the wildlife, either the plant life, anything it is. If human being is there, that is the most selfish being into this universe, because their wanting is that, their wishing is there that they want to live for a longer duration of time or longer duration of life, right? So this alchemist people also started feeling selfishness of living their life for longer life, right? So what they started searching? They started searching certain imaginary liquid. Now what is elixir? Elixir is an imaginary liquid, imaginary solution. And what does this elixir does? They have the belief system in their mind that if they drink that imaginary liquid, whatever the disease they possess, they will be cured out of that disease, right? So what is their claim? Elixir is an imaginary liquid that would cure all the disease. And if all the disease has been cured from that person can live longer duration of time, right? And help person to live a longer life. But that's not possible. If disease has been cured also, those who have born on this earth, they have to die one day. Either it's any living being, no matter it's male, female, wildlife, animal life, plant life, whichever life is there, it is fixed. Birth and death will be there. So who are these alchemist people to claim that after drinking this elixir, the disease will be cured and the person will be long lively, they will be living? That's absolutely wrong, because if they lived a long life also, that's very, very impossible statement, because this next statement it says that, and the elixirs of life would make a person immortal. Immortal means the person will never die, right? That's very, very absolutely wrong, right? It would be not possible that the person will be long lively, they will be living, no death for that person. It's not like that, right? So if they have that belief, that after drinking that imaginary liquid, the disease will be cured and the person will be living long life without any death, then that's not possible, right? Scientifically it is proven to be wrong. Therefore this discovery was also considered to be wrong or false, because scientifically it is proven to be wrong. So these are the two discoveries made by the alchemist. First was that they need to convert the cheaper metal into the gold. From which two metals? Iron and copper, right? But it was not successfully done, though they were considered themselves to the philosophers stone, but they were no more philosopher's stones, because it's very highly impossible for convert that cheaper metal into the gold, because gold is having its own property and this cheaper metal will be having its own property. It's highly impossible, and it's not very, very 0% accuracy will be there that it will be going to get converted into from this to that metal, right? Then second one, they started searching for elixirs of life. Why they started searching that? Because they have only one belief system, that the person should live long life without having any disease. Though they have the disease, that disease should be cured out by having that imaginary elixirs, the imaginary liquid. And if they drink that, the person becomes immortal. Immortal means never dying any time, right? No death to that person, and that's very impossible, right? If a person is born, that person has to die one or the other day, right? So therefore this statement is also proved to be false, or it is scientifically proved to be wrong.